It was just an ordinary day. I was walking through the park, enjoying a rare moment of calm, when suddenly a voice echoed in my mind. Run, 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 and if you can't run, then walk, and if you can't walk, then crawl, but whatever you do, don't stop. It wasn't just me. Everyone heard it, the entire world. And as I soon learned, ignoring that command wasn't an option. People around me froze in confusion, looking at each other, unsure if it was some kind of prank or a hallucination. But those who stopped moving didn't stay confused for long. It started with one scream, then another, blood-curdling, desperate cries from those who dared to stop. People began running, walking, crawling, anything to keep moving. I joined them, even as fear clamped down on my heart. Within an hour, it became clear that this was no joke. A man nearby had tried to sit on a bench to catch his breath. The second he stopped, his eyes turned crimson, and he started screaming in his face. Whatever this command was, it was real. I learned quickly. Don't get in a car, don't try to rest. Keep moving no matter what. People who stopped didn't just die, they became something else, something terrifying. It's been 2 hours and I'm still walking. Around me, hundreds, maybe thousands of people are doing the same. Some are crying, some are silent, but we're all trapped in this endless march of survival. Screams echo through the city. They're constant, a backdrop to our movement. The screams of those who stopped and paid the price. I don't look back, I keep moving. It's been 4 hours and my legs are weak. My feet throb with every step, but I don't dare stop. Stopping is a death sentence. I watch people around me growing weaker, some stumbling, but no one dares pause. The city has transformed. Cars are abandoned in the streets, doors left open, engines running. People who tried to drive couldn't keep up with the endless need to move. The sidewalks are packed with walkers, all trying to find their way out. People I pass sometimes try to talk, desperate for a connection. We're all alone in this together. All anyone can do is keep moving. Exhaustion is setting in, and I find myself wondering if I can keep going. What's the point? The screams never stop. There's no end in sight, but the alternative is not worth thinking about. Some people try different tactics. One man's crawling on his hands and knees, his legs too weak to walk. A woman's dragging herself along the wall, tears streaming down her face. Everyone's reaching their limit. I pass a young girl, no more than 10, her face pale with terror. She whispers to me, "Don't stop, mister, they'll get you if you stop." Her voice is hollow, empty. I nod and keep going. A man stumbles and falls. He doesn't get up. Within seconds, his eyes turn crimson and that horrible scream fills the air. We all keep moving, trying not to look. The streets are packed, the sidewalks overcrowded. People start pushing, shoving, desperate to keep moving in the chaos. It's only a matter of time before someone falls. Some people walk with blank expressions, as if they've given up mentally but keep moving out of instinct. I worry they'll stop soon, and I pick up my pace to avoid getting too close. Storefronts are dark and empty. I glance inside, hoping for a quick drink, but I don't dare stop. I'm parched, my mouth dry, but stopping isn't an option. It's been hours now, and hunger gnaws at my stomach. Others look just as hungry, their faces gaunt. I wonder how long we can keep this up before our bodies give out. Night falls, and with it comes a new fear. The shadows feel alive, and every sound makes my heart race, but I keep moving, even as others around me slow down, unable to bear the darkness. I find myself in a steady pace, almost a trance. My body moves automatically, one foot after the other. It's the only way to survive, just keep moving. Dawn breaks, and with it a new wave of horror. Dozens of people didn't make it through the night. Their bodies lie on the ground, faces frozen in that horrified scream. I meet a woman who has a plan. She's been pacing in circles, resting each part of her body in rotation. It seems to work for her, but I doubt I have the focus to try. A rumor spreads that there are safe zones where you can stop. But some do, and they break off from the group. Their screams soon follow. A young man starts walking beside me. He doesn't talk much, but having someone close eases the fear a little. It's better than walking alone. My companion stumbles. I try to help him up, but his hand slips from mine. He stops moving, and within seconds, his eyes turn red. His scream lingers as I keep walking. The city has become a nightmare. A place where survival means keeping pace with endless movement. Buildings crumble and the streets are filled with bodies. At one point, I make the mistake of looking too closely at someone who's stopped. His red eyes bore into me, his smile twisted. It's a look I'll never forget. With the streets crowded, I make my way into an alley to escape the chaos. But even there, people are moving, desperate to stay alive. I think of my family, my friends, the life I had before. I wonder if they're still alive, if they're out here somewhere, moving just like me. Another night to brace myself for the long hours ahead. My legs feel like lead, but the alternative is unthinkable. Exhaustion plays tricks on my mind. I start seeing faces in the shadows, hearing whispers. I shake my head, forcing myself to stay focused on each step. A child runs past, giggling. It's strange, eerie, and others start murmuring, wondering if the child is real. No one stops to find out. The once packed streets are emptying as more people give in to exhaustion. Those who can't keep going fall, and the terrifying transformation follows each collapse. The once deafening crowd is reduced to scattered survivors. Each step now feels like torture. My muscles burn, my joints ache, and my body begs for rest. But the fear of stopping pushes me forward. Pain is better than whatever fate awaits those who stop. A stranger, seeing my struggle, offers a quiet word of encouragement. It's a simple gesture, but in a world where hope feels lost, it helps. I nod to him, grateful for the brief connection. As the third night falls, I wonder how much longer I can survive. Darkness feels heavier, pressing down on me, and every shadow seems like it's watching, waiting for me to falter. The constant sound of movement fades as fewer people are left walking. The silence is chilling. Only a few of us remain, and I wonder how long until even we give in. I haven't eaten in days, and the hunger gnaws at my insides. My vision blurs and my hands tremble. But stopping to find food isn't an option. I have to keep going, hoping my body can hold out a little longer. The streets are littered with the fallen. Their red-eyed faces stare blankly, twisted in horror. Some people try to cover their faces as they pass, while others stare, haunted by the horror etched into each lifeless gaze. Fear has become my fuel. Every red-eyed face, every dark alley reminds me why I must keep moving. I draw on that fear, forcing my body to keep going even as it screams for rest. At times, I think I hear whispers around me, soft, mocking voices telling me to stop, to give in. They're like temptations trying to pull me off course, but I shake my head, knowing they're just tricks of my exhausted mind. I no longer know how many days or nights have passed. Time has lost all meaning. My existence is reduced to movement, survival, and avoiding the fate of those who stopped. I feel like a machine, mindlessly placing one foot in front of the other. I spot someone familiar, a face I passed earlier, a survivor like me. Our eyes meet briefly. And in that moment, we share an understanding. A silent vow to keep going. Seeing another person with the same resolve gives me a flicker of hope. The screams that once filled the city have started to fade. There are fewer voices, fewer people left moving. The silence is almost worse, a haunting reminder of how many have fallen. It's like walking through a graveyard of the living. So few people left, loneliness sets in. I feel like the last person alive, trudging through a city of the dead, but I don't dare stop, even if I'm the only one left. Stopping means the end. I don't know where I'm going, but something inside me urges me forward. Every step feels like it might be my last, but I push on, clinging to a faint hope that there's an end to this nightmare, even if I can't see it. As I pass a narrow alley, I catch sight of a red-eyed figure standing still, smiling at me with a twisted grin. His eyes follow me as I pass, as if waiting for me to join him. I quicken my pace, terrified that he might reach for me if I slow down. My body feels like it's shutting down. Every muscle aches and my legs feel like they'll give out at any moment. I know that I'm close to the end, but I fight to stay upright, refusing to become one of the red-eyed figures haunting the streets. A steep hill rises in front of me, and I realize that this might be my breaking point. I grit my teeth, focusing on each step, willing myself to climb, to reach the top without stopping. Each step is agony, but I push through, determined to survive. I don't remember when I took my last step. It happened without warning. My body finally gave in. I stand still, my legs trembling, my heart racing. In that split second, I know I've failed. But instead of the red-eyed fate I feared, calm washes over me. I close my eyes, embracing whatever comes next. I had tried my best, and now I wait.